Alright guys, so last week a lot of people said they wanted me to do this video, dude, where I go over the vendor rolls. By the way, dude, this is some of the armor I got this morning from Vault of Glass. I'll probably putting out some guides on the most recent challenge moves. But let's hit up these weapons, man. I'm a little tired, dude. 0-day dilemma, man. Hidden hand, braced frame, battle runner. Let's see, appended magazine, danger close. I would prefer sure shot being on here, but that's not bad, man. I would essentially go probably this row right here. Battle runner's not necessarily needed, but it's kind of a nice thing to have. You don't really know how nice it is to have until it actually kicks in for you. So like in terms of running and getting a kill and running back out, it's not bad. Danger close, you know, that's one of those things. It just depends, man. If you tend to play, you know, more in sixes, then maybe so, but this weapon's not really entirely needing a lot more handling than what it already has. Let's take a look at this B29 party favor. So glass have full perfect balance outlaw. It's not actually terrible. Lightweight and partial refund, neither one of those I like. Does have sure shot though. I might go this road right here, guys. This right here. Just want to look into that. That stability isn't bad, but here's the thing. There's so many people out there that's already got good roll hawk saws, Ceros PDX, that it's really not even worth picking up. You see where I'm coming from? Let's move on, man. The hero formula. You got a Firefly, small bore, Eye the Storm, explosive rounds. Who's next? Not bad, man. Not bad. Not necessarily I guess the perks I would go with in PvP. Because primarily I would like a lot more stability on that with this weapon being such a fast rate of fire. But this is a good roll for PvE. I would essentially do this right here. Just come down just like that for PvP, or maybe even like this, because you don't always need Eye of the Storm, but this would be really good. It's almost like a mini Fatebreaker. Let's take a look at this palette, man. We got a hidden hand, hammer forge, relentless tracker, lightweight. A lot of weapons with lightweight for some reason. Last resort, fast draw, true sight. I prefer true sight on palette, by the way, guys. True sight. You know, a lot of people say sure shot's better than true sight. The only way sure shot is better than true sight is with handling. They both have the same amount of aim assist. True sight actually gives a little more stability. And what I mean by sure shot's really good for something like Lunas, where you can snap in and out. This is not really that good of a roll, guys. You're looking at your optimal 1 crit, 2 body shots potential to be around 20 meters, which is hammer forge. I would not pick this up if you plan on fighting it out in the mid-range level. If you already got the most recent pally roll, or even last week's pally roll, or the one we have for the past 6-7 months, I would just stick with that. Each new day, man. I got counterbalance, small bore, accelerate, coils, battle runner, and Icarus. I like this, guys. I like this a lot. This is one of my favorite fusions, man. I think this is one of those fusions that a lot of people don't really care for. I really like this. I would essentially do this right here. I would rock just this right here, man. And you can mess around with Icarus a whole bunch. I think there's a perk there on your Sunslinger class that can hold you in the air when aiming down sights. So mess around with it, guys. I would. I probably am going to end up messing around with that. I like that each new day. It's about 40 for curtain call, man. Rangefinder, rifle barrel, cascade. Not necessarily terrible. But here's the thing, man. If you've got a Matador 64, then I would just stick with that. This fall, that impact just falls. You know, having a high rate of fire is good, but a lot of people already have full auto Matadors. If you don't, this isn't necessarily terrible. I would ideally stay. Actually, I would probably go field choke over aggressive ballistics. That knocks away aggressive ballistics. The beautiful thing about Matador is that you can rock it with aggressive ballistics, but still retain max range. Let's talk about Anton's rule, dude. Hot swap, fitted stock, high cow, feeding frenzies, in moments, sure shot, true sight. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all, man. I would ideally rock actually this right here more than anything. Feeding frenzies, not necessarily terrible, but here's the thing. You're in a situation now where, you know, a lot of people are just running around with just one mag. And so ideally you want to get the most potential out of that one mag. And so in my opinion, it's either this or this. You see where I'm coming from? And I really believe in high caliber rounds, by the way, guys. I think they make a very nice difference. Event Horizon, hidden hand, skip rounds, casket, mag, mulligan, triple tap, short gaze. Wow, that's not bad. I would be more prone to actually use this in PvE. I would like to actually see what the difference in how much. See, this extreme density lets you carry more rounds in reserve. I honestly don't know how much more you can carry in reserve with skip rounds, but honestly, this right here would be just fine. You know, I like short gaze, but this come right here, here, going with something like Atheon, man. This is a high impact, really high impact sniper. So you've got a weapon here that can do massive amounts of damage, but at the same time, it's got triple tap that will proc for you as well. That's really nice, and casket mag. That's a very good roll. Matter of fact, that's such a good roll that I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Chaotic neutral, man. Hidden hand, rifle barreled, perfect balance, unflinching, spray and play. Not bad, not bad. It's not exactly my favorite. I'll tell you what throws me off more than anything is those scopes. That's what throws me off more than anything. The sights and everything on some of these new year 3 weapons, man. Ideally, what I would do is honestly just go here. Maybe perfect balance. And yeah, unflinching or spray and play. Depending on you, depending on the situation. Unflinching, of course, would be more utilized in PvP. Spray and play for PvE. Something wicked, man. We've got tripod, dude. We got quick draw, javelin, army of one, battle runner. Not bad, not bad. Not necessarily the PvP role I would want to go for. If anything, if you were going to use this, I would essentially do this right here. You see where I'm coming from? That's what I would roll if I just wanted to roll. I think there's a much better alternatives though, including the oh, that's not the one I got on my back. In terms of that, that's actually this rocket launcher I got from the most recent raid is actually really good for PvE. I like it a lot. Super good. Look at that blast radius being super high, and it's got these little mini rockets. That's pretty cool. I honestly don't know the DPS difference though between that and like cluster bombs. All right, let's check out the Vanguard, man. What's going on here? Got a Continental, man. Third eye, perfect balance, crowd control, quick draw. Not exactly my favorite. Quick draw is pretty nice though, man, for a little bit of extra handling. Look at that reload, man. Reload's already pretty solid. MD reflex. Maybe just rock this top row right here. Ideally, is what I would probably rock. If you didn't rock this, if you got into a game like Widow's Court or something that kind of spreads the game out a little bit, you might want to go rifle. Stabilities are really good, and the impact that this weapon falls under is pretty manageable. So you might actually be able to do this. But me personally, I would just play more aggressively, rock this top row right here. Third eye actually is something that you don't really know comes into play until you're actually in the situation, by the way. I will say third eye on an auto rifle is pretty underrated because I think a lot of people see the more time you give yourself to get the first shot off on somebody, the bigger the chance you're going to take advantage of your time to kill. So, you know, having third eye, that availability is really nice. Glass half full, small bore, secret round, partial refund, lightweight, got sure shot. I like that it's got sure shot. I don't really care for any of these other perks, guys. I don't care for any of these. You need a weapon with really good stability. I've got one with brace framed, unflinching. You know, I've got spare changes with counterbalance. They're all really good. But here's the thing, man. You've got to really max that stability out. This has neither max stability nor does it have counterbalance. So you've got a weapon there that's going to put you at a huge disadvantage. Let's talk about this Angel's Advocate. Got Firefly, explosive round, outlaw. Wow, another scout, man. That's just like almost like a mini Fatebringer, dude. All right, guys. Well, essentially, this is what I would rock. I would honestly rock this. It's like something like Trials, maybe, or this in regular 6s or whatever you're using in 3s, just regular pubs. And then like for something like, you know, PvE, this right here, guys. That's what I would go. Let's move on, man. How dare you? Rangefinder, rifle barrel, explosive rounds, partial refund, relentless tracker. Got true sight on it as well. Sure shot. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. I really like this. I'm very curious about this. This is a really good role right here. It really is. I think a lot of people don't give this archetype a chance because it does require you to, you know, definitely hit your crits. But I think it could do some work, man. That could do some definite work. Just I'm gonna just have to mess around with it, dude. X Asterisk, hidden hand, small bore, Underdog, Accelerate Coils, Battle Runner. Nothing here that just jumps out at me. Hidden Hand to me is just not the perk to put on a fusion rifle. Some of you might be thinking that it is. I honestly see no difference in when I use this weapon with or without Hidden Hand. Teacup Tempest, man. Rangefinder. High Cal. Relentless Tracker. Snapshot is not something I really care for. Cascade. Sure Shot as well. You know, if I rock this, I would do this right here. But that's just you, man. Relentless Tracker is not everybody's cup of tea. You can always go Cascade. It's completely up to you. But I would ideally rock this right here if I was going to use this weapon. A Comms Razor. I guess that's what we say that. A Comms. Crowd Control. Rifle Barrel. Cascade. They're giving a lot of good rolls. The only problem is just the weapon themselves is not necessarily in the most wonderful spots. You know, I would ideally maybe use something like this for PvE. But for PvP, man, no. Just the impact is just too poop. Just too poop, man. 7 cents, dude. Hidden Hand. Skip rounds. Army of One. Perfectionist. I'm about to say Cascade. Perfect Balance. That's that weird scope. View Tac scope. Got Ambush as well. Nothing here really standing out to me, guys. Nothing here really standing out to me. I don't think that's worth a dang. Bone Crusher. Crowd Control. Brace Frames. Life Support. It'd be a good chance that I would rock this right here. Honestly, just keep it on the same row together with Aggressive Ballistics. I'm interested in wondering whether Aggressive Ballistics can actually bump that too. This is not Jolder's Hammer archetype, but I don't think it is, at least. Jolder's Hammer is one of my favorite LMGs, by the way. Tripod, Heavy Payload, Quick Draw, Grenadier, Army of One. Nothing here really jumping out to me. You know, you can use this in PvE, but nothing really just too crazy there, guys. Again, as far as heavy goes, I'm pretty locked and loaded in terms of having good heavy.
We could use your help.
Extremophile, man. We got Rangefinder, Perfect Balance, Snapshots, Quick Draw, MD Reflex. That's not terrible, man. I would honestly rock this right here. That's what I would rock. You know, Snapshot's not necessarily something that's needed. Armor piercing rounds, you would have to really mess around with that. It does boost your range a little bit. I have messed around with armor piercing rounds before. I haven't really felt like you just did a whole lot for me in terms of just benefiting me in fights. And so I would ideally just go with this. I got a very similar roll on my other Extremophile. Keystone. Firefly, Hammerforge, Armor Piercing Rounds, Unflinching Snapshots. That's interesting, man. You know, both of these perks, in my opinion, are just not very... They're just outclassed by other perks. You know, Hammerforge being outclassed, in my opinion, by Rifle, or even Reinforced, maybe. And Unflinching is just, to me, it's a very questionable perk at times. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily always come into play for me, or as much as I would hope it to come into play in terms of what it describes itself as being. Hot Swap, Hammerforge, Snapshot, Enhanced Battery, Performance Bonus. Okay, just poop, man. Absolute poop. Absolute poop. Nothing here from Dead Orbit worth a damn. Rangefinder, Small Bore, Extended Mag, Surrounded. Just maybe this right here. But here's the thing. That would be for like PvE, you know what I mean? You know, this would be something for like PvP. But even then I'm not a huge fan of Last Ditch. Because, again, Matador, man. Matador. Yeah, we got Take a Knee, man. We also got Small Bore, Explosive Rounds. Life Support as well. The only thing I don't like, man, is that impact is poopy, dude. Long View. I used to use this scope all the time, by the way, guys. It's really not a bad scope. The zoom factors on it is a little too high now than what it used to be back last year. And so it takes some adjusting to get to, especially if you're coming from something like Short Gaze or Ambush. I would kind of be more inclined to rock, you know, this maybe. I don't know. That's a difficult one. I feel like you get so many better rolls than that. Grenades, Horseshoes, Perfect Balance, Spray and Play, Field Scouts, Lightweight. That's not terrible right here. None of these rolls are actually that bad. I would actually be pretty happy to have rolls like this. What kills me right there is that blast radius and that velocity. Usually the trade-off is, you know, blast radius is not necessarily just that great. So we up the velocity to hell and back. Not so much with that one, man. Not really my cup of tea.
Come and tell us about it. What do you need from us?
Got the well right here, man. Luck in the chamber. Perfect balance. Third eye. Hip fire. High caliber rounds. Fast draw. True sights. Not so much, guys. Not so much. Nothing here that I would find myself using. I just can't see myself using this. The well has never been one of my favorite weapons. I know some people out there, man, swear by the well. But let me tell you something. You get it right outside 17 meters and tell me how much you love that weapon. Waltz, man. Rodeo. Perfect balance. Armor piercing rounds. Hip fire. It's so odd that they would actually put a hip fire on a pulse rifle. I have no idea why they would do that. Be a tough one, guys. I would honestly go here, though. Just see how it goes. She's got sure shot. That's nice. I would go this right here, guys. I would see what you got going on right here. And I don't think you'll be breaking anything in terms of having good stability, but not bad. Weighting, man. This actually was one of my favorite fusions. Rangefinder, small bore, accelerate coils, lightweight, knee pads. That's not bad, dude. You know, here's the thing what I would do with something like this, man. You've got something with accelerate coils and knee pads. You're going to be playing a lot more aggressively, in my opinion. I would honestly go accelerate coils, knee pads, rangefinder, and just start playing really fast, man. You would want to play really on top of people, in my opinion. The wounded, dude. Zen moments, small bore, triple tap, extended mag. That's not a bad PvE role in terms of like just damaging a one specific boss. You know, especially Zen moments and triple tap with extended mag. That's actually really nice. But outside of that, man, I don't see this being a good viable weapon for PvP. I actually picked up the wounded last week. I thought it was pretty good. I have full auto and something else on it. Let's go over Wormwood, man. Rangefinder, hand loaded, high cal, snapshots, Zen moments, fast draw, true sight. Ooh, that's not bad, man. I would honestly go this top row right here. Or weigh the pros and cons of how much Zen moment would hurt in terms of damage fall off. But here's the thing. That is hardly noticeable at all. That little bit right there. So, you know, you want to add a little more stability to kind of keep high cal kind of just in line with one another. Then just roll this right here, fellas. The Warpath, man. Cluster bombs, perfect balance, tripod, lightweights, flared magwell, smart drift, confined launch. So I would go hard launch, maybe flared magwell, tripod, cluster bombs. Primarily only use that for PvE, guys. I would not utilize that as a PvP rocket launcher. Okay, guys, let's go over the new Monarchy stuff. We've got an assembly here. Counterbalance, perfect balance, high caliber rounds with steady hand. That's interesting. I would actually give this a go just to try it out. This is a high rate of fire art type. I mean, high, super high. Doctrine of passing high. And so having the high stability, I hate that perfect balance is the only thing that can roll on this weapon in terms of stability. I think that's it. I don't think brace frame can actually roll on this weapon. But you would want to go with this, and this. Maybe this. I would want to see, because that does throw a little bit on range, but I would want to see how much high caliber rounds actually does to some people. I think it's got potential. I really do. I think it does have potential. I will say that. Yo, free will, man. Luck in the chamber. Hot swap. Explosive rounds. Hip fire. Sure shots. Steady hand. That's interesting, man. I would actually go this right here. Now, it doesn't have any range perks, man, so it really puts itself at a disadvantage. So, not necessarily the weapon I would be fighting out in the mid-range with. But if you want to pair it with the sniper, have luck in the chamber, including hot swap to swap to, and explosive rounds, you can you potentially got a weapon there that can do some good amount of flinch, and you can mess with them, of course. Rangefinder, fitted stock, high caliber rounds, fast draw, true sight. I would rock just this top row right here. This is not my favorite art type of sidearms. I've made that clear in the past, but this might actually be doable. Yo, bat counts of 4, full auto, hammer forge, extended mag. Okay, all right. That's not terrible, man. I mean, that range is still poopy. But I might even I would use this primarily for PvE. Never would take it in PvP. But might actually use that in PvE. I'm trying to look out for my PvE guys. I had a lot of complaints last week that I wasn't thinking about the PvE people. Yo, to take a knee, hammer forward, snapshot, short gaze. Okay. I would actually rock this right here, guys. I would want to see how this actually works. And I remember when Take a Knee was absolutely broken, guys. I mean, absolutely broken. Go watch Cam and Cake's video on it. It's actually pretty damn funny. First Citizen, man. Persistence, hammer forge, extended mag. I would go maybe linear compensator, man. Add a lot more recoil direction. Persistence, not bad. Hammer forge, it's just not a T1 perk in my opinion. Extended mag. You can essentially try to use this in PvE. I do not like this archetype though. I've never been a fan of it. I think let's mess around with if materia. Yeah, and that's the same archetype as it. And I was not having a good time is what I'm saying. It was aggravating the hell out of me. So let's see what the difference in this weapon and that weapon is. Yeah, so First Citizen falls to this weapon on a multitude of levels. And I still found that if materia is sometimes hard to handle. So if materia is this hard to handle, and this thing doesn't even have a stability perk, just not worth your marks. Well, guys, man, that's your vendor rolls, dude. Hope you guys like. I like my new helmet, man. I'm pretty happy about it. I like my new gear. Love my new gear, actually. So, guys, as always, man, I'll be having challenge mode stuff come out today. Sorry this video was so long. Just want to make sure I touched up on every little detail with you. As always, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching. I'll catch y'all later.
If Zavala would help us, I'd put him on a throne.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.